días. It's Caipacho with the weekly Pele report. What's going on? Well, I'm still in lockdown, but after last week's report, where I did those pictures of the rivers up in Oregon and California, I just so happened to get these pictures from my nephew, Cory, who lives up in Alaska. He's a marine biologist up there, and he's just a great guy, an outdoorsman, kayaker. I mean, look at these pictures. This guy is amazing, man. So, yeah, and these are also available for sale. So, I'm going to put his contact info and his Instagram and everything down in the notes. And if you want to go for some of these pictures yourself, you can, you can order them online. Super cool. Anyway, to the astrology of the day. Oh my goodness. Venus conjunct the north node of the moon. Beautiful pictures in Gemini. How perfect is that? That's what we're doing. Mercury just went into Leo, right? A few hours ago yesterday. The moon is still cruising along through Pisces. And tomorrow she's going to come into a conjunction with Neptune. Moon conjunct Neptune tomorrow. By Friday, Venus, she's hit on the north node at 28 degrees now. She's going to move on 29 and then what? Go into Cancer. So nice. Just about the same time that the moon goes into Aries, we're going to have a little Venus square moon energy going on there. And then she cruises along and hits Chiron on Saturday, trines the sun, squares Jupiter. Sunday, then she moves into Taurus, where, of course, then she's going to hit Uranus. But other than that, this Mercury Mercury is cruising. You can see Mercury and Venus in the early morning sky, but Mercury is moving like 2 degrees a day. Like twice as fast. It's going to enter Leo and catch up to the sun by the 17th or so. So we've got fast moving Mercury, which also, of course, rules the north node of the moon in Gemini. I'm going to talk more about that. But on Sunday, Mercury trines Chiron, and on Monday, squares Uranus. And we just had that full moon square Uranus, right? Sudden shocking events. Now we've got Mercury coming up to square Uranus. I'm going to talk about that. Last but not least, what I also want to talk about is this black moon Lilith, because she is conjunct Mars all week long. Yes, indeed. Squaring Jupiter and Pluto and virtually Saturn. And you can see from the chart at the beginning there that Jupiter is still conjunct the south node of Pluto. This is big, deep transformation. Heavy karmic retribution. I'll get into that when I look at the camera, but I just wanted to point that out. Last but not least, really on Tuesday, we have the third quarter square moon, 19 degrees, Taurus, 28 minutes, squaring the sun, 19 degrees, 28 minutes of Leo. Let me look at the camera and talk to you about what all that is going. Well, actually, I was going to read this little thing as long as we got these beautiful pictures happening. I'm going to read to you what Solar Fire. I've got Solar Fire. It's an amazing, great astrological program. And I just bumped into a great interpretation of Lilith in Aries in the first house. The black moon is in the fiery sign of Aries, indicating that you may not be aware of the impact of your behavior on those around you. You may feel that others are overly asserting their rights and that you are not having a fair say. In fact, it is probably the other way around. You are not getting your own way. Even as you read this, you are likely to be denying the truth of this interpretation and ready to skip through it. Once you realize just how powerful you are, then you no longer feel the need to overcompensate by forcing your way. The black moon's gift is the opportunity to bring unconscious or self-defeating behavior into the light of day, where it can no longer run amok. It's great. I might read you the other thing about Black Moon in the first house, because Aries first house has a similar kind of connotation. But let me look at the camera and just go on about what this all means and get to that mantra. Yeah? Okay. Let's see. Look at that. Gorgeous.
Okay, everybody. As usual, I could just sit here and think about what I'm going to say forever. Today we have the lemon tree. Yeah. Oh my god, I got my box again. So we'll see how that all comes out. Thank you for your comments. Yeah, this is an intense time, like we've all known, and we are in the midst of it. Mars is at 19, 20 degrees. Jupiter's there 19, Pluto 23, Saturn 25, whatever. I mean, it's this Aries Capricorn square is going to be going on for months. Mars is going to, come all the way past, go retrograde, hit it again, then go direct, hit it again. So, and this week Lilith is joined there, and, Eris is not that far away. This is just like a time of, like I said, karmic retribution. Saturn and Capricorn have to do with consequences, they have to do with time, they have to do with karma. Saturn's considered the lord of karma. Coming around to Pluto and Jupiter. Jupiter's big karma. Pluto is old, deep karma. So you put the three of these together, you've got big, old, deep karma. Bam! In your face. In our face, in everybody's face. This is just, Rudolf Steiner, I was reading about, he talks about viruses as cleaning the astral field of the toxics. That really the astral field of humanity, of planet Earth right now is just like so full of debris and gunk and dark energy that it's just, this is a huge purge. We're all getting purged. Not only are we getting purged, but we're purging each other. This is where the other point, the South Node in Sagittarius points the finger and blames. And I just read to you, I'm going to read to you more about Black Moon Lilith, okay? Can just like really, it's like your shadow, your stuff, your you, okay? And, when really it's a projection of my own dark shadow stuff, that I am projecting onto you. This is where the psychology and the workings of the conscious and the subconscious and the unconscious and the collective unconscious, it all gets very, very stirred up. And it can be very easy to get confused, particularly today, the moon in Pisces conjuncting Neptune. But anyway, so Mercury also coming up to square Uranus. Okay, Uranus is extreme, sudden, shocking, traumatic, truths being spoken. So you may experience, your desire to deliver some truths to somebody or about somebody. Hopefully it's direct communication. And it's not rumors and spreading crap all over the web or something like that, but the direct communication, where you deal with another person in their shadow and they help you become aware of your shadow. There's ways of doing this. Intentional dialogue was brought up by Harville Hendrix. That's what, Laura and I are really into. But, in general, well, let me read to you a little bit more, if I can, about this Lilith. Lilith in Aries, because like I say, it is pretty similar to her being in Aries. So this is the first house. If you are happy, then everyone around you is happy. Conversely, when you are upset, it follows that other people are also upset. You think that this is because of other people's behavior, but you are the one who has an impact on those around you. Whether you realize it or not, you have a dark side of your nature. I love this. In that you inadvertently lash out when you are upset. Occasionally, this placement of the black moon in the first house, of your horoscope can indicate withdrawal from the company of others. Whether you withdraw or lash out, you blame others. You accuse others of doing wrong, and yet it is your unhappiness that is unsettling your colleagues or loved ones. Sometimes your own dark feelings can affect your physical or mental health. Once you claim your own feelings and break the cycle of blame, you are free of self-defeating behavior. Self-understanding and acceptance bring relief and perhaps joy into your life. You gain wisdom and may also choose to counsel other people. Very, very powerful. Thank you, Solar Fire. It's, I'm not sure who the author is there. It used to be, Rob Hand and other folks, but now I'm not sure. I can even, maybe type that up or put that quote on my Facebook page or something. But what I want to bring forward is this whole tendency towards blaming, towards projecting, towards releasing our own. It's called displaced anger. When you're all upset with somebody or something and you kick the dog. It's just like, this is a time where, yes, the virus, the lockdown, having to wear masks, the financial disasters happening and unemployment and insecurities. It's like everybody is like so stressed out. And we're looking for places to release it. We're looking for somebody to blame for us feeling like crap. So it is... we all have we're all human. We all have this tendency to lash out and then regret, maybe say things that we regret. So this Mercury square Uranus, I want to encourage you, maybe with my, I'm, the New Paradigm community, I've got a Facebook page or whatever, we'll do some breath work. Yeah. So this ability to relax, to stay calm and cool and centered. This is a super challenge. It's like, Venus, Mercury, the Sun, they're all moving through Cancer and Leo. These are the most subjective, personal signs. So it's like, this is just a time period. This Sun in Leo is passionate, fiery lioness energy, roar, combined with Aries, the ram. Whoa, baby. And of course, we also want to deal with Chiron in Aries. So the wounded warrior can even be, overcompensate itself even more. So the way of healing the wounded warrior, the way of working with Black Moon Lilith, who, wants to bring up and make us aware of our shadow, is to really look in the mirror. Maybe yell at yourself in the mirror, point. And furthermore, I wrote some letters. I think that writing, this is also a very good way. You can just write stuff out. It's such a great process of releasing, and you may never send the email, you may never save the document, but just the process of feeling the feelings, organizing these thoughts, releasing them out of yourself is a way, of letting go. It's really important during these days to release and let go of these energies without causing too much collateral damage. There's enough collateral damage that's going on already that we don't really need to contribute to it. And like the mantra for today says, it's the Old Testament, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Hopefully, humanity has evolved over the last few thousand years to the point where we're not on that same polarized, you're either with me or against me, and if you're against me, you hit me, I'm going to hit you, and you yell at me, I'm going to yell at you. We never get off the polarity. We never get outside the box. We never do the trine. We never raise the vibration. We don't evolve. So the idea here is to get out of the box. A little bit like last week's mantra, the full moon in Aquarius, the opposite of Leo. So the Sun, Mercury, Venus wants to subjectively lash out from my personal space. But Capricorn and Aquarius, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, is very much the elder, very objective, listens to both sides in a cool, calm, King Solomon. I always remember that one, King Solomon. The two women are fighting over the baby or something. They both come before King Solomon. They go, "This is my child," and the other one goes, "This is my child," And so they're brought before King Solomon. King Solomon says, "Well, we'll just cut the child in half, and each of you can have half of it." and the one instantly goes, "Oh my God, no!" And the other one is like, And the king instantly knew, aha, it's your child. Yeah? Opening to tolerance, opening to compassion, opening to forgiveness, opening to hearing all sides, open, from a relaxed, cool, calm, objective, mature state. Then we can come into an accurate assessment of what karma needs to be laid out or played out or not. And then there's just this also having compassion for ourselves. When we've all got karma. Karma is just we made mistakes. And everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect, right? So we've all made mistakes. Sin, the Latin root is error. We've all made errors, so we've all sinned. We've all got karma. We've all blah, 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 blah. Right? So it's also when we're maybe being blamed or we're being attacked or we're being shown where we did something wrong, we also want to have, like this also says, when we are able to forgive ourselves, we can forgive our neighbors. When we are able to calmly, gently apologize or take responsibility, be accountable, step back into integrity, this can be accomplished in a gentle, peaceful way. And that may not be the way of Mars conjunct Lilith, conjunct Eris in Aries, square to Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. So it's almost like you want to, choose your friends carefully. Choose what programs or stories or news channels you're listening to, because there's a lot of shit flying right now. And it's going to continue. It's hitting the fan. It's going to be flying all over for at least another couple months, man. So just forewarned is forearmed. Be aware, be awake, and let's check it out. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth can end up with everyone blind. But if I listen as well as assert, there's a chance that we can all realign. We don't need to start a civil war, okay? We don't need to, have a massive violent rebellion going on here. We can realign with negotiation as mature spiritual beings with heart space open. Yes. one more time. Yeah. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth can end up with everyone blind. But if I listen as well as assert, there's a chance that we can all realign. May you realign with as much peace, abundance, prosperity, and joy as possible. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.